Hi everyone. Hi everyone. I almost forgot to put my mic on. Please let me know if you hear me well. Please let me know if you can hear me. Please let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Great, fantastic. That's what I wanted to make sure. This is the first time I am trying this setup because people have been complaining that they can't hear me well, so I'm trying different setup until there is a piece of hardware that I have to buy. So I I'm trying different approaches until I find something that works. Please excuse the background. This is my first time streaming in the apartment. I have not put up anything yet. I'm gonna buy some stuff, so bear with the bare walls. Well, obviously it's not like my sister's, huh? Okay. Uh, Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining me today. I'm so happy now that I'm getting great video, I hope. I don't know about my lighting because there's a shadow right behind me. I'm not quite sure where that is from yet, but later I'll figure it out. Uh, I want to welcome everyone and thank you for spending time with me. And I want to say thank you to the chat managers. I really appreciate your help. Now, guys, do you remember I said a long time ago, give Trump enough rope and he will hang himself? You know something? I feel that's what he did. And I am being told that this is not the only recording of him making demands, those types of demands from people, Secretary of States and other states. We don't know how many videos there are out there, but I feel like saying there are quite a few. And you know, I feel like saying Raffensperger, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Raffensperger did not, is not the only one, and he did speak to a few other people in other states, Secretary of States that is, and a number of them are tired of Trump berating them, belittling them, and calling the governors and doing all kind of shenanigans behind the scene. And it feels like to me Trump is worried about that now too because he's beginning to wonder how many recordings there are out there and those around him are worried as well. I feel like saying, like I said a long time ago that Trump will be prosecuted and he will take a lot of people to jail. People are going to go to jail because of him. I feel what we've been watching since last night, or hearing, if you will, is going to have consequences. Now, we were talking, I'm sorry, I'm going to go off and say something else because I'm being reminded of it. I had the discussion last week, so I'm going to say something about it. We were talking about Leader Pelosi. As all of you know who have been with me for a long time, I am a fan of Leader Pelosi. But you know something? I don't understand why she's not taking the initiative to do something because she has options. And the reason why I am saying this, AOC, I don't know if she posted a comment or she gave an interview to a TV station where she says Uh, if it was her, she would have taken action. She would have done something, impeach him at least one more time. I'm sorry. And this morning, someone said in the news on TV, he's an attorney, he says they can impeach Trump again, even if he's not president, to prevent him from running again. But the point I'm trying to make is, and I've said this before the person posted the question last week and I answered it. The younger generation, Hakeem Jeffries and those people, Seth Abramson, I believe his last name is, these people would definitely stand up to Trump and go after him. We need these type of people. It's not that Nancy Pelosi is not qualified or is not good enough, and I congratulate her on being winning again, being speaker for the fourth time. The thing is, I don't feel she's taking the fight to the Republicans, and that's what we need right now. Someone who's not afraid to stand up and get in their faces and let them know that this is, everything in this country is based on the law. It's not on Trump's whims or some Republican who decide, for whatever reason, in their best interest, they want to run for president next week or next year or whenever. Therefore, they're going to adopt certain approaches. If they know that there are going to be consequences for them embarking on something like this, they wouldn't do it. So that's why I said last week, and I've said it before, the younger generation, they don't like the strength to basically, because we've watched Republicans' behavior. It is time somebody take the initiative and take the fight to them, because they are fighting and they are the intent on winning. They're not playing. As I am looking at the screen and I'm looking at the cameras, Timberlake is asking what will happen to Mark Meadows. Legal issues. It's coming. I don't know exactly who's going to bring charges against these people, but there are going to be legal consequences to this. That's why I said earlier, and I said that number a few years ago, he's going to be, Trump is going to drag a lot of people to jail. But I don't feel Atlanta's Secretary of State is the only one who has recorded Trump doing these things. There are other videos, there are other audio recordings out there waiting. But it seems like the guys in Atlanta are really tired of Trump. And also, intuitively, I feel there was a meeting, okay, before this whole thing happened, and I'm being shown Lindsey Graham. Let me say this. I'm sorry if I'm jumping around. That's the way this works for me. Those who have difficulties following me, I'm sorry. What Trump did yesterday is what he wanted Graham to do. And Graham didn't do such a great job. And Trump is desperate right now because, and you know what? And Morning Joe, Kellyanne Conway's husband, I forget his name right now, said the same thing we've been talking about for a while, that Trump is desperate because he's afraid of going to jail. Yes, that's what's driving Trump crazy. He's doing everything he can to stay out of jail because he knows what he has done. He knows the consequences of all his shenanigans. It's going to be time to pay very soon. That's why Trump is behaving the way he's behaving. That's why he's doing all these things. So I feel like saying they have come around to see and adopt what we've been saying for the past over a year or so, that Trump, there's a very good chance he's going to be indicted. He's going to go to jail. He knows it. That's why he's behaving the way he's behaving. It's not because he doesn't. Yes, he doesn't like to lose, but that's not what's driving Trump. It's more. There is more to it than that. And the living the life of a rich guy. And another thing that's being shown to me as I'm saying this tape, you guys, you think this is a big deal? Remember I said it. Oh, I've said it before too. More to come. It's not going to come out now. It's going to come out after Biden takes over. We're going to find out the extent to which Trump betrayed this country. Trump does not care about the country. I'm sure, well, we all know that, but it's going to be a whole new level the way we're going to see the past 4 years. Because, and I've said this before, once, I believe it was last year, he was going to meet with Putin. And at the time I was terrified, and I even said so while streaming. There are going to be, I am not quite sure if they're going to release the audios or what form this is going to take. My prediction is we're going to hear from the intelligence community some of what Trump has done behind the scenes, hoping, for one reason. I'm sorry, I'm pointing two fingers. I'm raising two fingers. For one reason, for him and his family to enrich themselves, and hopefully they think they can be, not only for him to remain president for life, but to have the wealthiest family in the world. That was basically Trump's goal, besides wanting to stay president for life. So this guy, his communication with Putin, some of the deals he wanted to make with Putin has nothing to do with our country. All has to do with Trump, his wealth, and what he wants. Putin was counting on Trump being able to last longer than 4 years. Unfortunately for them, it's not working that way, and yes, it's going to turn on Putin as well. But Trump and his family, but when this is over, when Trump leaves this White House, friends, that's when we're going to find out how bad this is. And I want to say, Republicans who have in the Senate and in the House as well, there is over 100. There are over 100 of them in the House and about 16 or 12 of them in the Senate. Some of them are jumping ship. Oh, guys, do you remember I said the Republican, I just remember, I'm just being reminded of this. Do you guys remember I said, those of you who've been following me for a while, the Republican infighting would spill into the streets? That's what's happening. And I mean, I said that over a year ago, if not, at least 6 months. That's what we're watching. Oh boy, it's going to get more interesting than this. Although I heard Tom Cotton jump ship, the little Nazi again, guys, sorry, jump ship on Hawley. He no longer wants to be part of that team. Those guys have created a major headache for themselves. And by the way, I was reading something this morning or yesterday, I don't remember exactly when I read it, but it has to do with their donors. The donors of the Republican Party, the people who have been supporting these senators and people and House members, some of those donors are going to back away from them as well. Because yes, they wouldn't mind Trump remain president in order for them to, enjoy like Trump allowing them to build, those who are into real estate to build in all kinds of protected lands and among other things. Yes, they would want Trump to remain in office so he can allow them to do those things. But they don't want to change our form of government. And that's where Hawley and Ted Cruz and company, that's what they want. Remain in power at all cost. And I feel the money their money is going to dry up. And I feel like saying some of them are going to be primary. It's not going to be Trump or anyone like that. I don't know how this works, but they're going to be primary. And the notion that Trump is still going to be very powerful after he leaves office, I feel this is fiction. That's not going to happen. Once Trump leaves office, his popularity among his base will plummet very fast. And that's when reality is going to set in for those guys. Because like I've said before, he's no longer going to have the megaphone. And more dirt is going to come out. Like this one, and you know what, guys? The dirt that are going to be coming out, my prediction, okay? What's going to come out is going to be far worse than what we are hearing today. What's going to come out is going to make this feels like, I'm talking about the audio recording we've been listening to since last night. It's going to be like nothing. When people, journalists, and those who are going to be telling journalists and other people what's been going on behind the scenes for the past 4 years, it's going to be very interesting to watch. And what we're hearing, this audio tape, audio recording is not going to be, it's going to be like, oh, well, this is nothing. Watch what happens in the coming months. Once Biden takes over, it's going to come out. And I've said this for over a year now, what we're seeing is not even the tip of the iceberg. That's another thing that frightens Trump and his family as well. And this guy was really following some of what Bannon have told him to do. Remember, guys, when Trump first got elected, Bannon says to deconstruct the state. In a way, that's what Trump was doing. And then for him to rebuild it on his image, the things that he wants. That's why he's been placing all those loyalists all over the government. And now he's trying to leave spies behind. It's not going to work. These people, one way or the other, they will lose their positions. That's my prediction. So the notion that Trump thinks he's going to be able to stand from the outside, misbehave, spread all kinds of falsehoods. First of all, he's going to be too busy defending himself against New York. From what I understand, he's going to pardon himself a whole ton of litigation, so he won't have time. Biden is going to have peace with him. And also those senators and Congress people, some of them will pay a price. As I'm saying this, I heard Devin Nunes and Jim Jordan are going to be receiving some kind of medal today and next week. It goes to show how depraved Trump is and what kind of person he is. What have those guys done? No matter what, they stood up with Trump. So now he's given the Medal of Freedom or something. Yeah. once Trump leaves office, people who were on his side, they're gonna live to regret it. That's my prediction. And let's see, I am gonna answer some questions. And so, okay, a couple of people asked me about the market. Yes, I'm gonna start working on this yearly thing probably Wednesday because I'm still trying to settle here. I'm gonna put things so I can do some work. But about the market, I feel once Biden takes over, okay, the market will basically stabilize. I don't feel this country is gonna go like we're gonna have a major crash or we're gonna have some major recession. Yes, we have this financial situation going on, but Biden is coming in with a formidable team. People, first of all, who were there, or he has people, advisors even outside, okay? He's not like Trump. Uh, Everything has to come from him. He listens to people who know their stuff. So, but the market, I don't feel it's going to crash. I feel the economy, once he puts out a plan, first of all, change the energy. Those who are running around without masks, they're going to be dealt with. Well, people are going to turn on these people. I was watching something on Twitter a little while ago. There are a bunch of people who are going from store to store trying to get in without masks, and they think it's funny. These people are going to be dealt with, not because the authorities are going to go after them. The public is going to have enough of them, and they will be suppressed. That's how I feel they're going to be dealt with. Once Biden take control, all those little, like, and the Proud Boys who are coming in this Wednesday, don't let these things frighten you people. They will, all of them, all these groups of people who are going around doing these things, they will be dealt with. And I feel Biden will turn things around. It's going to take time to deal, because once you have this virus under control, the economy will start picking up very fast, and I feel they have a plan and it will work. You know what? Any plan that you have, you think everything is going to work fine, and there are going to be some, you're going to fumble, you're going to make mistakes. The only way you don't make mistakes is if you don't do anything. But at least the economy will kick back on, and we're going to do better. And I want to say thank you very much, Pokey, for your generosity and the super chat. And Pokey says, I just got on, is Trump going to use riots this week to do martial law? Don't worry about that. Trump is in enough trouble, and Trump has gotten the message. Okay, otherwise he wouldn't be going around asking Secretary of States to help him. Thank you very much, Marby Gangora, for your generosity in the super chat. I really appreciate it. If Trump was sure that, first of all, he can declare martial law, but the military is not going to get involved. I am sure all of you have heard of, I forget the title of the 10 or all the surviving Department of Defense people. Oh my God, I forget how they call them. Colin Powell used to be one of them, but they all wrote a letter letting Trump know, and also letting people at the Pentagon know that the military should not be involved in protecting or doing anything that has to do with changing the election. And like I've said this before, I don't see Trump succeeding in doing something like this. In fact, he'll be digging the hole deeper for himself. And also, somebody cited something this morning, it's being shown to me. According to the Constitution, it doesn't matter what Trump does. January 28th, 1201, he's got to get out of there. Nancy Pelosi will be president if he tries anything else. Period. So, and I heard something, I can repeat what I've heard from the news, because that's what I've been saying for a long time, no matter what Trump is going to go. I heard also in the news this morning on CNN, a gentleman, he's an attorney, he says that the votes have been counted, the states have certified them, there's nothing Trump can do at this point to stay in office. And I told you guys a long time ago, he was trying to groom the military in order for him to be able to use them at the right time. He failed, big time. So he's standing there, flailing, flopping his wings and not going anywhere. So regardless, and I'm glad these people, I'm hearing these things the past, like today and yesterday, made me feel good and made me feel, a little better, because you make predictions, but sometimes you just say what comes to you, and you're like, could this be real? Could this be true? But you know what? You said it already, and you've built enough confidence, and when you get a message, you stand behind it. But I'm glad these people say that, because I don't know it the way they said it. Since I'm not a lawyer. But what they are saying fits with my predictions. There's nothing Trump can do. The only thing he has, card he had, won't help him. So forget it. Okay. Sandra Peterson says, Milo, did you hear about the vaccines going on in Florida under the death? I heard in my area, they were vaccinating seniors, and the whole thing, got people booked within 30 minutes. All the doses were, they had honors. So that's all I heard. I don't hear anything else. I am sure, from what I understand, there is the most virulent type of the virus, the one that's very infectious. They found it somewhere in Florida. A young gentleman has it, or something like that. But you know something? I do the best I can. I'm going to continue in what I have been doing since the beginning of this pandemic. Stay home, do work. If I go out, I'm in my car. I go walking around, and I always have my mask in my hands. So that's all I have. So I'm not going to put myself at risk. But I feel we're going to be okay. We're going to beat this. Just hang in there. Don't get tired of wearing your mask, people. And yes, when you have the opportunity, if I had the opportunity to take the vaccine, in fact, I didn't even know about it. My younger brother called me and told me about it Saturday. He says, "Oh, don't worry, it's gone." You're not going to get a spot. I'm like, well, thanks for calling me and telling me. I was here. But this past Saturday, I was here. So he said, "Oh, I was just letting you know that in your area, they're giving it for free." It's going to be for free anyway, but they have dosages that you could go online, or if it's gone, But yes, I'm going, and then also you don't have to be a resident of the state. Anybody, if you're here, you're over 60 or 65 or something like that, you can take it. Okay. Let's see. I'm looking for questions. Okay. Mike Yeager is asking, what will happen to all the homeless? Politicians in LA are stealing money meant to help them. I did not know about that. Well, the minute you said that, if that is true, I'm here in jail. So those politicians who are taking those monies will be dealt with. And the homeless situation, I feel, well, there are a lot of companies that I live in California, and a lot of people are moving out of California because of that reason. And California has become super expensive because of Silicon Valley and all those fancy companies. Tech companies, I love it, in those areas, but a lot of them are leaving for Texas. So that's going to allow, first of all, the prices to drop a little bit as far as rental, and also will give politicians a little breathing room. That's the way I'm getting it intuitively. I don't know anything about urban development or anything of that sort. I don't know. But intuitively, I was thinking about that the other day as well. But that's going to give politicians a little room to be able to help people, because from what I understand, people who have jobs, but they just can't afford rent anywhere, or at least not close enough to where they work. So I feel that's going to help. Yes, it's going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight, but yes, they'll be able to solve it. Joel Tilson is asking, Proud Boys will be arrested if they try to cause trouble. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I can't wait for Wednesday. I got to watch this. It's going to be a lot of fun. But you know what? I don't expect them to do anything or very much, because they know what's waiting for them. Yeah, there are some sick puppies among them, but they will be dealt with swiftly. Let's put it that way. Okay, let me scroll down. Oh my God. Susan Cruzen just reminded me, Susan Cruzen saying, Happy New Year, everybody. We are almost there. The 1/20/21, those are some mad numerology numbers in that day. I don't know, that's one thing I don't know very much about. Oh yes, that was his Saturday evening. I did wish everyone a Happy New Year. I forgot about it. I mean, all morning I've been doing two things. Setting this little thing up and watching TV about, what was being said and what I feel was intuitively correct. Everything else, okay. And guys, let me tell you, I took a walk around the neighborhood yesterday. Oh my God, it's different from New York or New Jersey. The setting, that is, they have a lake over there. In fact, I have to edit. It's been a little upside, my life has been upside down. So once I get everything straightened out, I will edit a short video, like an entry. I don't know, maybe I should post it. There's a lake over there, there's another lake that way, and maybe it's because I have not seen these things in a long time. I'm very impressed with them, and also the colors. I love. It's almost a little yellowish than this, so it's not yellow, but a white that has yellow in it. You guys know what I mean. But I really like the setting. So we'll see. I thought I would share that. But yes, I'll take some videos and I will post. And I will be doing some of my 12 o'clock, my stream outside in my car and different places as well. Okay. Marge Chabono says, Milu, your sound seems weird to me. Like you're in a war. On a well. Oh, it's because I am sorry. It's because of the echo in here. That's why I use the other mic. But it's because of the room. Okay? Like I said, I'm sorry. I'm gonna put things on the walls to prevent the sound from bouncing up, all over the place. So it will be better, okay? I'm sorry about today. So that's, in fact, that's why I'm wearing this as well. I'm looking for new ways to enhance the sound, the audio. I will be buying a little device that will help me with that as well. So I am making improvement, people. It's taking a little time, but I'm working on it. But thank you for the feedback. I didn't know that. Well, this is my first time streaming using this setup here. So, sorry. All right. Let's see. What? Kawan Manga is asking, will the Electoral College be dissolved at some point? Yes. Things will change. We can't keep the system that we have right now for very long. And I know the lawmakers are aware of it, but Republicans, it's working for them. They're not going to make the changes. But until once they I'm fixing my mic, friends, hopefully. Once we have all three branches, Democrats control all three branches, yeah, there will be a chance, an opportunity to make changes. But for now, don't expect Republicans to do it because it's working for them. Okay. Bag reader, thank you very much for your support and and your help. I really appreciate it. Well, both support and help. I really appreciate it. We'll see you soon. Okay, friends. How bad is the sound? Can somebody please let me know? Well, thank you, Stephanie, for that. Stephanie says, no apologies needed. You are settling in. Yes, settling in. Thank you. But I'm going to put stuff up to prevent. What's happening is it's the sound bouncing, against the wall. That's what's going on. Okay. Anakila World is saying, Milo, please look into the geomagnetic storm predicted for this year. I heard something, but I don't know. Let me look into it because I'm not seeing any danger coming our way. So, but let me look into it a little more and I'll let you know. Oh, friends, unfortunately tonight I won't be on. I will be on, next week I'll start my regular stream. This week is still hectic for me. So I won't be here tonight and I'm still trying to figure things out, where to put stuff. This is not my forte, fixing homes, ladies, but my girlfriend's always helping me with these things, or my ex-wife. So, but I'm trying to do it myself, trying to put my creativity and, channel my creativity into fixing and placing things. I'm not good at it. But I'm trying. So it takes me longer because I have to think about it. And also I'm trying not to put too much in here. I want to keep it minimal because I don't want, if I change my mind next year, I want to move. I don't want to do what I just did, give away a whole bunch of stuff. Okay. So I'm not going to go out and buy a whole lot of stuff. So I'm going to wait. Like I said, I came here with my computers and my clothes, my electronics, that's it. So now I realize, wait a minute, it's expensive to replace all the other stuff. So I'm learning. All right. Thank you very much, friends, for spending some time with me. I really appreciate it. I will be back tomorrow. Unfortunately, this evening, I have things that I have to do here, and the cleaning, oh my God, because I don't have anybody coming here today, but you have to make sure you ventilate the place after the person comes in. They have to wear a mask, and I leave the place open so the air flows before the person comes in, after they leave. I only had 2 people when they dropped the TV up for me, the desk I brought it up here, and someone had to help me flip it. But they were here for minutes. So, and I kept my 6 foot, or more than 6 foot. I was way over there. And the door that door was open, so the air was flowing down. So, I don't think they were sick. I was looking at them, believe me, I was looking. But you know what, I did what I followed the instructions, what I've been saying to you all since this thing started. All right, I'll let everyone go now. Thank you very much for your help and your support. I really appreciate it. If anyone would like a reading from me, the link to my website will be below the video, psychicmilu.com, or you can send me an email at psychicmilu@aol.com. We can negotiate a time that's good for you. And I will see you tomorrow. Till then, thank you very much. Bye.